Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm Amanda Fowler of Inspiring Inkin. Welcome to my craft room, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be making this Christmas card. It's a really straightforward, quick and easy card for you to make at home. It uses some of my favourite products and I'm really pleased to be showing it to you today. So first up, this is a standard card blank. It's Pool Party. And my card blanks are 8 inches by 5 3/4, and then I score it in half at 4 inches. And we're going to be stamping using this ink, which is Whisper White Craft Ink. Now, craft ink is different to our normal ink. So this is one of our normal inks. This is Pool Party. And this is a water-based dye ink. It dries really, really quickly, which means you'll have no problems with smudging or anything like that. Fabulous ink, and of course they're designed to coordinate with the colours. Craft ink is a bit special. So firstly, it's a pigment ink, and a pigment ink means that it's slow drying. So when you use it, don't expect to be able to work on that card straight away. I've used it to make the snow here on this card, and what I've actually done is I've stamped one already earlier on this morning so that I would have a card to work on. So that's what I tend to do. I tend to stamp it in the morning and use it in the afternoon, or stamp it in the afternoon and use it the following day. It's also really special because it stays white even on dark card. So you could stamp on, say, Night of Navy card, which is really dark blue, and you'll still be able to see the white, which is fabulous. And also you can heat emboss with it. So it's slow enough drying that it will actually hold on to the embossing powder for you, and you can emboss too. So really cool ink. But as I say, quite different to our normal craft inks. Our normal dye-based inks. So the stamp set I'm using 2 stamp sets and a set of dies for this. So I'm using Merriest Wishes, which also has a set of matching dies. And because I wanted a different greeting, I used this one, which is from Wondrous Wreath. So let me just get the stamps that I need out, and then I can get rid of that box. So that's Happy Wonderful Christmas, and the little flower, so that can go out of the way. So that's those. So from this Merriest Wishes, I'm going to use the snow stamp, which I have out already, and my Pool Party card blank. Now, if I zoom in, you'll be able to see the snow here isn't going to be tall enough, long enough to actually cover the whole of the card blank. So I'm actually going to stamp all the way along the top and then all the way along the bottom to get the snow. You'll see as I go what I'm doing. Now, light taps when you're using craft ink. There you go. And then I'm just going to start on the left hand side and stamp it down. That's so cool. I never get tired of seeing white craft ink. And then I'm just going to eyeball it. Doesn't matter if they overlap, really. What you don't want really is to leave a gap. There we go. So that's set. Now, I don't know if you can see, there's a tiny gap there at the top. So I'm just going to fill that in. See, so you can go back over it. So now I want some more of the big snowflakes. So I'm actually going to turn the stamp over and go this way. So again, starting from the left and going along and along. And then I've got a couple of bits that I've missed. So there, and there. Okay, right, so let's just move that out of the way. We're not going to need that anymore. So I'm hoping that the camera here will be able to pick that up. Now, as I said, that is actually going to be wet now for a while. If I put my finger on it now, I'd smear it. So it's the best thing to do is just to leave it, and through the magic of television, I have one here I made earlier. So I'm going to do the inside first. Pool party. I'm just using this little flower to get that piece done. Bit of squiggly Tombow. And then put that on the inside. Okay. Then this front section is in two pieces. So we've got the snow at the front, and then we've got this detailed framelit at the above it. And I want to just explain to you about these dies. So here they are. Let me just tip them out. There's lots of different ones, but there are two main detailed ones, which are these two. So if I show you, this is actually the Christmas tree, and what it does is it cuts out the whole circle and then die cuts out these little pieces here. And then the reindeer and the trees, you can see here, that's cut out. So I'm going to actually show you how that cuts out next. Move these dies out of the way, and out the way. Okay, so you are going to need a big shot and the precision plate. It's really important for these detailed dies that you use the precision plate. So this is how I'm building up the sandwich. I've got the big shot platform, the thin die adapter, and then the precision plate. Then you put your cardstock down. Now, another hint and tip for you, move your cardstock around on the precision plate. Don't always put it in the middle. You need to use the whole surface. So I'm going to do it up here in the corner. Okay, so I'm going to put my die down and then a cutting plate over the top and then wind it through. You don't need to wind it through and wind it back, just wind it through once. And then I'll move that out of the way. Now, I always use the Big Shot die brush. So the brush comes with the foam, and I actually keep the foam in a good mounted box. It keeps it protected so it doesn't get bashed in my bag. And then you're going to use the bristles and you're going to go all over it. Now, you're not going to get all of the pieces out straight away with this, but what it will do is it will make it so much easier. And you just have to be careful as you're pulling it out because it's quite delicate. So, look how awesome that is. So it's really, really beautiful. Make sure with all of these dies that you do lift out all of the little pieces. Don't leave little pieces in your dies, because what happens then is you're changing the size, or how do I describe it? You're changing the depth of the die if there's cardstock in there already and you want a clean cut. So just use your pokey tool and just poke any little bits out that you need to. But I didn't, so that's really cool. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do with this is I'm going to cut off this bit. We don't need that bit. I'm going to cut off that bit there. And then all I'm going to do is cut, technical term coming up, a wibbly line. So you just want it to look like snow's fallen. And there's no right or wrong way. And then all I'm going to do is move the deer and the trees until I'm happy with their positioning. Okay, so I'm just going to trim a little bit off there and a little bit off there, and then that is going to go just there like that. So it's just going to go there like that, and I'll actually show you on the back as well how that looks. So a little bit of Tombow to stick that down. Like that. And then I'm just going to stamp my Happy Wonderful Christmas, which I think is a fabulous sentiment, which is just going to go there. Like so. And then all I'm going to do to finish off the card is just to put this at the front, in front of the snow. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit of Tombow just on the deer, just on the trees. I don't want them to be completely flat. I want there to be some movement. There we go. Okay, all finished. So a really quick and simple Christmas card for you today, using Merriest Wishes and the matching dies, and of course introducing you to the Whisper White Craft Ink. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. Should you wish to purchase any of the products that you've seen today, please pop over to my blog www.inspiringinkin.com, where you'll find a link to my online store. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe, because that way you will always hear about my videos first. And also, if you click underneath the video under See More, you'll find all the products detailed out of everything that I've used today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.